Dear viewers, welcome back to the world of gripping stories and hidden truths. I'm Sham Q, your dedicated companion in exploring some of the most intriguing television series out there. Today, I'm diving deep into the layers of a show that challenges perceptions and pushes the boundaries of mystery television. Dig, Season 1. As someone who thrives on thrillers, mysteries, and emotionally charged narratives, this show hooked me from the very first episode. With every scene, it whispered secrets, unraveled puzzles, and demanded my full attention. And after watching it thoroughly, I can honestly say I'd rate this one a solid 80 out of 100. If you're drawn to series that mix action, religion, conspiracy, and suspense with a cinematic flair, then stay with me till the end. You're in for an intense ride. Let's set the stage with the essentials. Dig originally aired on the USA Network and is currently available for streaming on various platforms, including Amazon Prime. The show debuted in 2015 and offers just one tightly packed season of 10 episodes. Created by Gideon Raff and Tim Kring, the series draws its power from a compelling mix of action, mystery, and religious symbolism. With an IMDb rating of 6.7, it's a hidden gem that didn't receive mainstream attention, but those who watched it know, this is no ordinary mystery thriller. The series was filmed in various locations, including Jerusalem, New Mexico, and Croatia, giving it a rich, authentic, global feel. This isn't just a story, it's an experience that crosses borders, time, and belief systems.
Dear viewers, if you're enjoying this featured review, please watch until the end. There's so much more to discover. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel, like the video, share it with fellow TV lovers, and leave a comment below. We truly value your feedback. Your support helps us continue creating more engaging, high-quality content just for you. Thank you for watching.
Dig is far from your typical crime thriller. It's a deep, slow-burning mystery rooted in ancient prophecies that echo through the modern world. The story revolves around a chilling belief, the birth of a flawless red heifer in Jerusalem, an extremely rare event, will trigger the reconstruction of the long-lost Third Temple. According to ancient religious texts, this act could set off a chain of apocalyptic events that may alter the course of history. The show doesn't treat this as a mere legend. Instead, it presents the prophecy as a ticking time bomb buried beneath layers of secrecy, waiting to be unearthed. As the series unfolds, we're pulled into a world of coded messages, ancient artifacts, and coordinated global efforts designed to either fulfill or stop the prophecy. Secret societies, hidden sects, and religious symbolism form the backbone of a narrative that constantly blurs the line between history and conspiracy. The deeper the mystery goes, the more unsettling it becomes, suggesting that sacred rituals and modern power structures are dangerously intertwined. Every clue uncovered raises more questions. Who controls the narrative? And what are they willing to sacrifice for an ancient belief? Dig doesn't just entertain, it challenges what you think you know about prophecy and power. Watching Dig honestly felt like being handed a crumbling ancient manuscript, one that doesn't reveal its secrets all at once. Instead, each episode gives you a fragment, a whisper of something much larger at play. And with every scene, I found myself leaning in, trying to piece together a puzzle that spans centuries. It's not just about solving a crime or uncovering a conspiracy, it's about peeling back layers of history, belief, and silence. The show has this raw intelligence in its structure. Nothing is thrown at you randomly. Every symbol, every whispered line seems intentional, almost sacred. What truly captivated me was how Dig finds this delicate, almost impossible balance, mixing modern-day investigations with deep-rooted ancient prophecy. That combination could have easily felt forced or chaotic, but here it's done with precision. The tension doesn't come from car chases or explosions. It comes from ideas, from the fear that a prophecy might actually be real. and that balance kept me fully immersed, emotionally and intellectually. This isn't a show that spoon-feeds you. You have to work for it. You have to pay attention. And that's what made it so satisfying. It made me think. It made me question everything I thought I knew about faith, truth, and control. Jason Isaacs as FBI agent Peter Connolly is a masterclass in restrained intensity. Haunted by a personal tragedy, Peter arrives in Jerusalem with a clouded mind and a fractured heart. His assignment seems straightforward: investigate a murder. But what he uncovers is anything but ordinary. A young archaeology student is murdered, and Peter suspects it's not just a crime of passion or politics. The deeper he digs, the more ancient prophecies, religious artifacts, and covert agendas surface. Isaacs brings a silent turmoil to the role, a man trying to do his job while battling demons that don't sleep. Anne Heche, playing Lynn Monahan, Peter's boss and lover, adds complexity to the narrative. She's authoritative, determined, and emotionally torn between duty and care. Her dynamic with Peter is tense, layered, and real. You feel the strain of their past and the urgency of their present. Alison Sudol as Emma Wilson brings innocence and mystery wrapped in one. Her character is pivotal. She's the murdered archaeology student whose death becomes the catalyst for the entire investigation. Though her screen time is brief, her role haunts the entire season. The true beauty of Dig lies not in the case files or car chases, but in its atmosphere. It's a world where every artifact has a story, and every character carries a hidden agenda. The show explores a deep philosophical undercurrent, the search for meaning in a world that thrives on secrets. At its core, Dig is a story about faith, guilt, and redemption, and it constantly asks the question, how far would you go to protect your belief? As Peter investigates Emma's murder, he begins to unravel a chain of seemingly disconnected events. A red heifer raised in seclusion, an ancient sect preparing for a prophetic day, and people across continents acting in sync towards something apocalyptic. The show's brilliance lies in how it connects these dots gradually, encouraging the viewer to question everything. What looks like a murder mystery becomes something far greater. The setting, ancient Jerusalem juxtaposed with modern politics, becomes a character in itself. You feel the dust, hear the echoes of history, and walk the narrow paths with Peter as he deciphers signs that were never meant to be discovered. The tension is ever present, not loud or flashy, but dense and immersive. It's the type of show where silence speaks louder than screams, and one whispered line can shift the weight of the story. There's a rhythm to the narrative, the way it cuts between timelines, characters, and ideologies. And while that may confuse some, for the invested viewer, it's a reward. The show trusts its audience. It doesn't hold your hand. It expects you to pay attention. Themes of loss and rebirth echo throughout. Peter's past tragedy isn't just backstory. It's the driving force behind every decision he makes. And as the plot dives deeper into biblical prophecy and doomsday cults, you begin to wonder, what if the past isn't past at all? What if it's waiting to be resurrected? The score deserves mention too. Moody, subtle, and perfectly matched to the visual tone. It elevates the suspense without overwhelming it. The camera work is tight, personal, often placing you right in the thick of the unease. And then there's the pacing, a slow burn that accelerates at just the right moments. The tension builds, plateaus, and then cracks open without warning. And in those cracks, you glimpse the truth, fleeting, fragile, and dangerous. Dig also confronts the idea of chosen people, divine missions, and manipulation of faith for power. It never preaches, but it dares to ask unsettling questions. Who controls the truth? What happens when ancient prophecies fall into the wrong hands? It's a heavy show, but it never feels burdensome. The balance between emotion, action, and intellect is carefully maintained. And by the end, you're not just watching a show, you're questioning your reality. There are moments in Dig that make you pause, not because they shock you outright, but because they suggest something deeper. A symbol carved into stone, a child's strange disappearance, a voice from the past. They're subtle, but they haunt you. Every episode adds a new thread to an already tangled web. And just when you think you've figured it out, the show gently pulls the rug out from under you. But not through cheap twists, through perspective, through implication. It's never just about what happens, it's about why it happens. What lies beneath the city of Jerusalem? What secrets were buried thousands of years ago that could change the course of the present? One question lingers long after the credits roll. Are some truths too dangerous to be known? Even the characters themselves seem unsure of their place in the story. They're caught between duty and doubt, science and faith, love and loyalty. And as you journey with them, you begin to wonder, would you make the same choices? This show plants seeds, and long after it ends, those seeds grow into questions. So dear viewers, Dig isn't just a show you watch, it's one you experience. A labyrinth of prophecy, emotion, and unanswered questions. It dares to reach into history and pull out something ancient and deeply human. If you've ever questioned the cost of belief or the line between truth and legend, you need to see this series. And now, I'll leave you with this. If you stumbled upon a prophecy that could change the world, would you reveal it or protect it? Let's talk in the comments.